Everyone always asks me about sanding, so let's get into the sanding process. So first off, let's talk about the grits that are in my cabinet. 120, 240, 320, 600, and sometimes I get into the 800 if I'm doing stainless. Now I prefer speed sanding. Some guys prefer orbital. Some guys do a mix of both, speed sanding and orbital. For the beginners that are nervous about doing speed sanding, just use an orbital. Ain't nothing wrong with that. One thing you need to know about metal polishing is that it is an art. And that means that whatever process you choose to do or create is your process. It's your art. It's up to you to create a custom process that works for you the best. Now I will say that sanding is probably the most important when it comes to metal polishing because prep is key. If you over focus on your prep, your finish is going to come out way easier and way better than you ever imagined. Now the other thing about sanding is I could tell you 1,000 times how to do it. I could show you 1,000 times how to do it. The only way you're actually really going to understand how to do it and figure out a way is by doing the process. But let's go back to the grits. So if I'm doing something really rough, I'm starting at 120. And if it's really, really rough after my 120, before I would go to 320, I would use a 240 just to kind of break down that gap. Did you know that you could polish 320 grit sand marks out? Did you know that a lot of guys stop at 320? And that's fine. I like to stop at 600. But if I'm doing stainless, 800. Do you see how confusing this can get? So the best way to come up with a process for yourself is to take what you've learned from a bunch of polishers and create your own process. It's metal art, and you're holding the brush or paper.